Mas lang po may. Eh, zaka sinubra nga lang after 3 the latest na rin po.
God. Ik was a destroyer, man. I obliterate my opponents. I destroyed him. I wiped him out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yes, ja guys, dit is Skeptick-ill, so die swakste rapper bestsellers is in die kaart met Catching It. Ek is met Fayah Phlaims co-host en featuring TheBassICX. Right, ons wil julle gou net vir julle self net introduce vir die mense voor ons die topic gaan discuss. Wie ever bass?
Okay, TheBassICX straight from the motherfucking Sunset West. Yeah, so let's get this going. I've got a feeling
yes,
that
it's Fayah Phlaims. Shout
fruitful. Oh, sorry, go on.
Fayah?
So
kom aan gaan meneer. Introduce yourself. Free Simon. Lijkt mij een keer free zo.
Man stopt maar van mijn introduction. Maar shout out.
Hij is terug. Nee, free alweer.
Ja, zeg.
Maar niet data problems. Als je right mee weer. Kijk die
is net die connection man.
See pretty today.
Okay. Ja, ik kijk niet of ze stream nog right. Daar is stream nog right. Daar is stream nog right. Right je streamers in.
Good to go.
Away.
Yes, go ahead meneer. Fayah?
I'm good.
Nice.
Okay. Hij is nou right. Was het nou jouw hele intro gemis meneer?
Oh, shout out everyone at Fayah Phlaims. Shout out Clash of the Mother City. Shout out Conflict. Shout out Battle Rap Nigeria. Shout out It's Different. Shout out to the Heat Wave Gang also. And shout out to Somerset West. Let's get into this.
As ja. Soos julle almal gesien het, wat is die topic vir die evening? Die topic is ons het vir RAYSWAGG, the Battle Rap God, breakdown met Static Twist, bArmageddon. Maar voor ons hy gaan doen, wil ek hê julle moet net vir ons like, comment, share en subscribe asseblief mense, want nie so is dit. Asseblief doen dit vir ons. En as julle hier is, sit 'n comment wat ons kan beter doen, wat ons moet nog doen en allerlei goed as julle weet hoe dit gaan. Right nou so without further ado, laat ons sommer in die ding kom. Dat ek gou net kyk waar is die ding, daar is die ding.
Alright.
Daar's hy move. Right nou, ek gaan die eerste klip speel van die battle. Het was 'n one rounder gewees. Ray het vir eerste gegaan. So, ons speel die eerste klip. Bass. Sy gaan die eerste breakdown. Fayah, you give your view also. So you can also watch.
Said, yo, I used to have an ex that would kill for me. I think it brought us some kind of happiness. So if I kill this bitch and let my ex assist, she gonna bring out that demon that'll make the neck of Static Twist. I'm glad that this is a live battle and not beef where we swing over a track and miss. Because nowadays everybody got health-threatening lines to waste, but unlike me, not everybody kinda has a this. You mad at this? Is it?
Right now, I was the eerste in Bass. What do you have on that one?
Alright, cool. I mean, this was one of Ray's battles where he kind of gave a very good image of how somebody that he battles against doesn't need to be a big name. He'll still write fire bars. So he started off with if I had this X assist, she'll bring out a demon that make the neck of Static Twist. Right now, that refers to demon time. Like Ray was talking about future stuff in his bars, right? That's what looking back at the battle now, I see it now. No, he had this idea of demon time for a long time already, and I think that back then already he was starting to write about it and bring out that pen, because Ray is known for wanting to show what his pen is about, and talking about Static's name in a way that, the demon head twisting exorcism. It's a nice play on words that he had there, man, and that one stood out for me. So off the bat.
Okay, Fayah, what do you have on that one, my bro?
We might just have some similar point of views. Okay, so the key words that stood out for me from that snippet was exorcist for exorcist, which links to demon and the twisting of the neck. Because normally, if you watch these exorcism videos, you normally see the neck get twisted. So that was good imagery from his part. It goes to the 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 this is online, where he's glad that this is a live battle and they're not throwing useless distracts at one another, which links to the next line, health threatening lines to waste, but nobody has it this. Has it this for hazardous was the word play on that. And that's why that stood out for me.
Okay, lekkertjes Owens, man. If I must, okay, I don't know if I must add now or just sum up everything afterwards. I will let you guys do it, and I will sum up afterwards. Okay, let's go. Let's continue with the second clip, Owens.
Do I have a gun? I don't need it, because this bitch defense is that open. So when I say I let go of my bottled up anger and gave towards the cap, that just means that he got his neck broken. I'm that potent. When I headshot this nigga, his son gonna wear his diaper. He's gonna feel like me, just a little bit. And then I do exactly the same to his son that I did to him. The same story, just a little twist. See, this verse is for myself, just to showcase my penmanship. I'll also be bragging with my gun, bragging you to death with it, giving you unlimited rounds. But don't worry, only they will never hear the end of it.
Yes. Fayah, I'll let you go first on this one.
Okay, so there's actually three things that stood out for me. It started out with let go of my bottled up anger, and then twist the cap to break his neck. That links to the first one where in his previous line he said, make the neck of static twist, and now it comes back as a follow up to that line of making the neck of static twist, but just with a different imagery. So he said that he will let go of his bottled up anger and twist the cap and leave the neck broken. Because normally when you twist the cap on a normal bottle, you break the neck if you apply enough force. So that's why that line was effective for me. Then it goes to the son go with his diaper, just a little bit. I'm gonna do the same that I did to him, to his son, just a little twist. So that was a play on Static Twist and Static Twist's son in this scenario, and linking to the end line, which is just a little twist. The third one that stood out for me was the unlimited rounds. Only they will never hear the end of it, because his opponent won't be there to hear the end of his unlimited rounds. So all in all, the level of intricacy that leads to the first clip, then shows up again in the second clip, just shows that the style of writing is quite well structured.
Yeah.
Okay, nice one. The bass, what do you have on that one?
Yeah, I mean, whenever we do like reviews like this, the views would be a lot the same, But I agree with how Fire broke it down. I mean, the neck broken part for me, I think Ray, because he ends off the verse with like an imagery of lemon twist, basically, right? And the twisting of the cap and the twisting of the bottle cap
Battle
and
twist.
bottling up anger, right?
Yeah.
And it's all the imagery of like a bottle, man, right?
Yeah.
And it's like when you start off opening up the bottle, you're opening up all of these how can I say, these hatreds, these demons that are inside of the bottle, you see. And I would say that the neck broken, the way that he wrote that, and the way that he plays off it, it fits everything so nicely together, man. And I mean, with the hearing of the end of it, people always like Fire said, even if you have a blackout, man, say you're drunk and whatever, and then only they will never hear the end of it. So it's this like double meanings, on most of what he is writing. So yeah, I mean that's what I have to say about those in the room. These are hitting rough, man. Like they are powerful because like um he's articulating it very nicely, man, and like he's saying it properly. You see, so yeah.
Okay, lekkertjes, ouwens, man, lekkertjes. We're moving, guys, we're moving. Laat ek gou kyk wat is dat 1 2 the third one. Here we go.
Stop playing with me, because with me, it's not at all making up. I'll have the life of Static on the line like the call is breaking up, the Lord knows. I've done so many sickening things that I need his guidance. Your death will make the news. They will see Static all over the screen like we forgot to pay the TV license. It's over with. I will see you in heaven, twist, and I'll let you spill your gas drink all over when you die. When I squeeze the lemon twist.
So wat sê julle hy nou is?
Fire.
Yeah.
Out.
Okay, the bass, you go first.
Okay, so I think with this entire verse, this entire round, Ray played on the name Static Twist, right? And he used it to paint a picture of like what he is all about, right? So now Static on call, like the phone is breaking up, that is everybody's heard that, man. When they had a call, everybody's heard Static on it, and that grabs people's attention immediately. Where is our host? Our host is still there.
Yeah, continue.
Wait. So and Static on the TV, like we forgot to pay the TV license. That is that is insane. Static all over the screen, like forgot to pay the TV license. That is insane because it's a visual thing, man. And yeah, I mean it comes back now to the whole lemon twist. At the end of it, he ends it off with when I give the lemon twist, when I squeeze the lemon twist, right? That is now going back to the beginning, twisting the neck, bottle, neck broken, that whole image of this one arounder is fulfilled with that last bar over there. So, yeah.
So basically, he's having ideas within his round from start to finish. So the level of imagery is consistency.
Yeah.
There's a consistent image that is using to break down and reference. You mentioned a couple of my points where he says have the life of Static on the line, like the call breaking up. The reason why that was also impactful because to my knowledge, I believe he's also a call center agent, so that added another level of dimension to what he said. And going to the next line, like he mentioned that Static's death would be on the news. So he will be all over the screen, like Static will be all over the screen, like they forgot to pay the TV license. So that's like a double to triple entendre there. So what a double entendre is, it's like ambiguous. It's like a double meaning to one word. And for me, that added like a whole other dimension to that. And going to the next one, he mentioned he will have his gas drink all over him once he squeezed the lemon twist. Now, in battle rap, most people would know that we would use metaphors and something to compare one thing to another. And the lemon twist would come up to him having a sour life and he's squeezing the life out of him. That's the way I receive that. And that basically concludes RAYSWAGG. But one thing about RAYSWAGG also, his writing style, you would notice that it's quite structured. He has small hitting jabs that leads to a heavy hitting bar that could potentially be a haymaker, depending on the crowd in the room.
Yeah.
And if the crowd gets it, then could turn into a room shaker.
Lekkertjes. I must now get the clip of static to us. So I'm gonna play a clip, but because you all have your notes, if this is the clip, then it is the clip, right? So here we go. This is where you, let me quickly say, you both gave me insights on this one. I'm just gonna play it quickly.
So what rhymes with RAYSWAGG? Baby boss.
Baby boss.
Kyle, give this guy a pram. Because today, he's gonna die, man, soon as I push all his buttons like Eliza Lamb. I'm a science man, and what I have planned for E will leave MC squared. Heaven, I will send him there, beat his face off with the empty chair that the paramedic said. Was dat sy pa kus my bro? The man's dead. I no need to attend him care. And I'm still not impressed.
So
Should I go first?
you can go first, yeah. I'm gonna hop out and do stuff in the background quickly.
Not to worry. Okay, so one thing that a lot of people needs to first give kudos to Static to us. He's been in the game for quite some time now. His style is very unique. He uses what I would like to call Afrikaans and mingles, a mixture between English and Afrikaans, and he mixes that with a comical twist, and he's very, very good at that. So going up into the first line that I quoted, he starts out what rhymes with RAYSWAGG. Doesn't rhyme, but it has that comical effect to it. Baby boss. He then he follows up with the word pram. Then he says that he's gonna die, man, once I push his buttons like Eliza Lamb. Now, a little backstory about Eliza Lamb.
Stop playing with me, because with me,
Passed away in the elevator. So that's why that line hit, because he's gonna push RAYSWAGG's button and he's gonna die, man, like Eliza Lamb. And then it goes to he's a science man. So E in Afrikaans is like a way to address someone. And then he links it to the paramedics, especially locally. If they don't have anything to do, what they do in their spare time, they go and enjoy themselves by having a case of beers. And that was like a type of a local bar that he hit there. And that's why that Eliza Lamb was also very effective. Over to you.
Yeah. The clip is kind of shortened. Because the entire Benjamin Button theme, he carries it actually longer than that, because he ends off that piece with ek sal jou druk in jou ma se rug for uterus. So
That's
like
the next one.
Yeah, is it the next one? I mean, it's an entire piece that he writes about, like a reverse aging type of scheme, an angle that he takes. That's why he says what rhymes with RAYSWAGG baby bars, right? And it is actually a setup for the entire scheme that he's busy with. And I mean, that the I don't have the exact lyrics, right? But I mean, in the clip, you can definitely see that he uses imagery relating to babies, imagery relating to growing up. You know, he actually does a scheme on an angle using Despicable Me. He says grew a little minion
Clip is gonna come after this.
Away. So yeah, that it's a long piece that he actually plays with, man. So we can play that clips along if it's possible.
We don't want to go too overboard with it before the clip.
No, all good.
We're just gonna wait for Skeptick-ill to.
Nah, I can see. Now I'm just sorting out the clips in the background, man. Because there's nog a jump. That's why we not seeing it now. But anyway,
we got you with damage control, right? So
Okay, guys, 5. Okay, this is the next one, eh? Let us check, we go into it.
Sy het gesoek vir dis. Sy spuwte dit. Hy's nieuw the kid. It's a minion. I hope he grew a bit. Minion, grew. Yeah, you stay glued to this. I don't sing, but I love songs like Barry and Loser is. En as jy excited is, druk ek jou terug in jou ma se rug vir uterus.
Fire.
Okay, hy sien wat julle gesoek het en waarvan julle gepraat het, né?
That's the exact one. That's the exact one. So as you saw there, he brings over the imagery of Benjamin Button and ends it off with putting Ray back in his mother's back. You know, back in his mother's back for uterus. I mean, that is the kind of writing that Fayah was referring to earlier, man. About how Static can take the the words and phrases from both languages and actually mix them in together to be quite powerful, you know. Yeah, Static twist, man, bro.
Okay. Fayah?
Yeah, so I don't know if you want me to go over a couple of things you said. So it starts with jy het gesoek vir dis. He's new the kid. He's a minion. I hope he grew a bit. And then he emphasizes on the wordplay. Minion, grew, yeah, you. And then he goes to the Barry and Luther. That I don't think that was as effective, but it's still something that could fill a position to link to the next one. And as jy excited is, druk ek jou terug in jou ma se rug for uterus. So now for uterus, for you to rest, he's going to push. He's basically doing a reverse of birth. That is the imagery. That's the overall imagery that Static wants to bring across. He's going to do the whole reversal of birth, as the bArmageddon said in the beginning, the Benjamin Button theme, where he starts the theme off with "You go die a man," and then he links it off to the birth. Ek sal jou terugdruk in jou ma se rug vir uterus. And that also links back to him using Afrikaans words, but with the English enunciation to do a wordplay that makes something quite interesting, and it actually gives it a hit in our local battle rap scene.
Ja. Okay. Ek hoop die video's uit 'n soort. Nou gaan ek kyk wat teen is DNA. Okay, without further, Johannes.
I'll cut and paste you up. You just wasted craft. It's like I stole Curtis bars for this because I'm giving you basic stuff.
Right though, so ons is weer back op trek.
Yes, we are.
Daai sien wat sy vir my gestuur het, ja. So jy kan maar aangaan. Dis mos jou.
Yeah, so basically a few of these that I sent you, right, is like stuff that is number one, stuff I want to like highlight, you know, as not necessarily a bar, you know, but like something that the people in the crowd could catch, and people who know, you know, battle rap in Cape Town at the moment would be able to catch that. You know, it's not just everyone you would be able to get that. And I think that sometimes you need to let off a few shots, so you know, you need to let off a few shots. So, and I like Static doing that. So that was all I wanted to say about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have something to say about that, Fayah? Was it alright? You on mute, my bro? You on mute?
We can go to the next clip.
Okay, let's go.
As die braai rap, copy American rappers. En dan weet mos jy, jy mos gesien voor die, né? So as die pielkop se aangaan, lyk dit hy copy T-top, Ram en B-dot se manskap. That is not organic. You deserve a smack for that.
Right to the base.
All right. I think what Static meant with that was in reference to another battle rapper, right, in America. And also the fact that it is international battle rap industry, you know who these people are if you are in battle rap, right? And that's what gave it its power also and linked it with today's scene. But I think that was just a little dig towards RAYSWAGG and how he used to like be a lot like Static would say that he's very Americanized, you know. That's what he meant with what he with those bars, and I think that that's just
Yeah.
a little dig, you know, a little dig at where he says RAYSWAGG's name originated from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, what's his name? Fire. I know you know all of the names that the bass is talking about there, no?
Facts. But the
Yeah.
thing about that line is also it basically links to cultural appropriation. How for basically Static is saying, why are we in the Cape Town local scene using dialects that they are using over there when our people would understand our dialect way more easier than the international dialect in battle rap? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm sure he mentioned he name dropped a couple of people, but he also mentioned organic, and you deserve a smack for this. So he's mentioning a league owner, two league owners, and
Two
using
legal.
that to make a hit. You see,
Yeah. Okay, then we come to the last clip for the day of Static to us. Here we go.
And I'm so quiet, I can jump in the lake and pluck piranhas. You look slums, you're fat, but kakaramas. I can beat you in my sleep wearing kak pajamas. Today, I'm a Sanders honest, don't say kak for basses. And always remember, I'm an eagle, you a birdie. So as you're in a golf ring, make sure that you drive under pars. Time.
Righto, Fire, what you
That's
say?
what's
okay, so let's get straight into it. The video starts with him saying that he'll jump into the lake and he'll pluck piranhas. So he's basically creating an imagery of how fast he would be in and out of the lake, and how the piranhas, which are seen as fishes that are vicious, he would just pull them out like it means nothing to him. And then he goes into the next one, slums, you'll fart, but kak haramas. So he's using an ironic twist on two things. He's making it seem like RAYSWAGG is of that religion, and something that is very haram to that religion. He is basically associating that with him, and that also gives that one liner that ironic twist. Then he goes to, he'll beat you in his sleep, even though he's wearing his weakest pajamas or his weakest sleeping garments. Followed by he mentions sun, then he mentions anus in a different pronunciation, and then he say tot jou kak for basis. So we will beat the shit out of him till that shit is on such a level of astonishment that he would not even realize that he's being beaten this way. And then it goes to the scheme of golf. I'm an eagle, you're a birdie. So as jy in die golf ry, make sure that you drive under pars.
Okay, the bass,
That's
what do you have to
basically
say
a
about that?
conclusion to my breakdown.
aware. So this whole piece is one of a honorable mention that I wanted to mention. Because it doesn't finish it off as strongly as you would have liked, you know. It doesn't like the end part. So the thing is, he starts off with ek is vinnig and I like I can pluck piranha. So that
Mm-hmm.
image goes with the image of he's an eagle and he's a birdie, right? So it is it's a full piece that he puts out, right? But the end part, right? If he finishes off, if he finished that end part off strong, then that would have been a room shaker because like drive and like ek as 'n eagle, hy's 'n birdie. en wat sê jy van die golf, as in 'n golfry, maak seker dat jou drive under par is. If you finished off that hard, like properly, then it would have been a hard bar, you know. But as it's, I mean, you have to take into consideration the way it's said in the battle also, right? There's one thing that you can have bars being performed in a manner that's, you know, monotone and there's no inflection on it, and it's just like you're just spitting them, yeah. But if you do it in the way that, I mean, both of these battle rappers have grown since this battle, right? If you do it in the way that you are intending it to be done, then the full strength of the bars come out. And I mean, this is just one of the honorable mentions. I mean, some of these earlier bars in the battle is stronger than this, but it's just the intricacy of his writing that we are highlighting with this. You know, that's what Static Twist is capable of.
Facts, both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Lekker man, lekker vir julle clips. Thank you for your clips, Owens. But now I want an overall view from this battle, like an overall view. Fayah, what is your, how can I say now? How do you view this battle? But not because here we don't give out who's the winner and that, because we're all battlers and stuff like this. What is your view just with this whole battle from both of their points, standpoints, viewpoints, whatever the thing is? What says I?
I would say strong points looking at both. Looking at RAYSWAGG, composure, intricacy, lyricism, writing, cadence. And if we go to Static Twist, his ability to adapt with his linguistic skills to the crowd specifically. Cadence, we're looking at his humor, his ability to use humor in a way where he uses both languages. And both of them writes intricately if you pay close attention to it. RAYSWAGG would be more of a person that would use a theme to link a scheme from the start to the finish, paint an image that you understand and break it down while he is going on with it. Whereas Static Twist would have pockets of imagery that basically in short snippets throughout the whole verse, you would have, let's say, the first segment imagery of that would follow through, then you would start with the next one and the next one. Whereas RAYSWAGG will have everything linked up and it would be like in a very organized form.
Okay. Nice one. The bass?
I think I would add that with Static, he definitely does have an ability to adapt. I mean, with this battle, you saw it in a one rounder where he kind of stumbled in the beginning, but then he brought it back, you know, for most of his first round. And I mean, like there's been times where Static had to like we did stumble like in the beginning, right? But then he brought it back at the end. And I think that is one of Static's strong points. You know, you can't count him out even if there's a little bit of stumble in the beginning. And I think his writing style allows that. So if you think about it, like how Fayah said, how Ray's got a continuous pattern throughout of his verse, where Static's got certain points and certain plots that he speaks about within his verse, right? And then he's able to adapt like that. So like he can keep his wits about him, and even if he messes up like in the beginning, like he can still bounce back, and that's a strong skill to possess. And I think with Ray, the last thing I would say is that the way, I mean, he's taken his time to perfect his pen, to work on it constantly, to understand what will hit, what will be powerful inside of the room. So I think that both of them write like so intricately that if you are a battle rapper, you will definitely move to their lyrics. And I think that if you are a normal audience member, then they are able to get you to understand what they are saying, right? And it's not as difficult for you to understand it, but they definitely take the time to make lyrics and to write lyrics that people will catch. And that's what you might not write for the audience member, you might not write for battle rappers, but you definitely write for a reaction, that is that's definitely the thing. And both of them are at the, I would say, at the top of the games at the moment. um they for both of them, they can also um get to a point where they uh push it so far that they become uh some of the best within Cape Town battle rap. So that's not the a pie in the sky type of thing that I just said, man. I mean,
Mm.
they are really at that level where um they can talk to the best of them out there.
Mm.
And the respect is gained by both of them because of the skills that they worked on. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, lekker sis man. Wat ek nog gaan doen is nou, like, I'm just gonna give a whole breakdown, not breakdown, but all of what you guys did now. No? En ek gaan net my notes ook net neersit wat ek gesê het, because I have like a couple of notes here. First of all, no, my ding is RAYSWAGG just came out of the gate. Bah! Nou vir my is dit jou intro, hoe jy jou battle begin. Important, because now you must grab the crowd's attention. His first bar with regards to the Exorcist line, that was class geweest because it's a play on words in his direct static twist. So a twist X ally Exorcist. Dan gaan ek sommer in by vers number 2 nou. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Basti's head open with his own PS5. Hier's goed wat julle ook gemis het, né? Because julle net gepraat van die clips mos nou. Nou ek gepraat nou van die video nou. Maar wat is hy? Basti's head open with his own PS5. Red spots all over the ground. Did I have in my palm? I even beat him in a game of twist. Hy's ook maar net 'n play wat hy gedoen het daar met die naam. Maar die ene waar hy die setup gee en dan gee hy vir my body en dan gee hy vir my punch. Daai ene was gewees. Okay, gou hierso. Vir die man wil inkom wie hierso.
Hy wys nog daar so.
Sy. Hy vir hom die kant uithaal. Sy. Fayah, I don't know if you heard me now. Met hy wat ek nou gesê het, né?
Hy's gemute.
As hy hy's alright, but hy kan my hoor mos. Ja, sien jy.
Oh, okay.
Daar wat ek sê is he's coming out of the gate class. Because he's direct, get the attention of the crowd, hy's alright. And then he goes on with the game of twist. Now the game of twist, it mos al wat die dotjies op is. Sien jy? Dit is ook how they say, I bust his head open, red spots on the floor. Did I have my palm? Like a game of twist, daai bar gewees. Maar die ene waar hy vir hom, hy gee vir die scheme, as 'n scheme, hy set hom op, hy gee vir hom en hy gee vir hom die killing punch agterna. Die ene is van the life of, julle het dit gemention. The life of Skeptic on the line, like the call is breaking up, Skeptic must know, En dan sê hy gaan vir hom kill en dan eindig hy dit met see Skeptic all over the screen. Like we forget to pay the TV license, so hy's die hele scheme. Hy gaan sê miskien dit is 'n scheme because, but vir my is hy 'n scheme because hy gebruik die hele theme van static phone, daai se ding, né? En dan gaan ek aan hierso, daar was een lyn wat met my gebly het because hy weet Fayah weet ek overdink goed is man. En wat die ding se naam nou? The Zenith. Hy weet ook sometimes standing met daai nou die mense dop want ek luister mos na wat hulle sê man. Nou hy het gesê hy een lyn wat by my gebly het is as 'n daai Lazarus ene. Wat hy sê, Lazarus, you also can't come back from this like Lazarus, wat verkeerd is, because Lazarus het vir lewendig geraak, sien jy? So vir my is dit maar net as ek dink in wat mense skryf. So is net 'n bietjie die feite, of ek is verstaan dit miskien verkeerd. Ek verstaan miskien. As ek het verkeerd verstaan, I apologize my brother. Dat ek ingaan, okay, kom ek by Skeptick. Nou, sy intro teenoor Ray se intro, hy het dit klaar, die battle in 'n leiding gesit, because Ray is nou net klaar met sy ronde, hier kom Skeptick nou in. En sy intro is nie so impactful as Ray se nie. So nou gaan die crowd ons nou 'n bietjie nie nog check. Maar hy het teruggekom en wat hy sê van Brasta Smith, like 'n Gisorabara. Ek vir my, soos ek het verstaan, 'n Smith & Wesson gun. So hy Brasta Smith like 'n Gisorabara. So ek weet ek mag verkeerd is. Ek weet hoe hy my gun bars doen nie.
Nee, ek dink wat hy so beteken het was die he's gonna must give him one round, right? And Gisorabara is a cricket player. So met die one that you Brasta Smith, so hy beteken basically the smooth die ball must uit, because you're gonna basically bowl you one around right now, man. It's a nice impactful one line there, man. And I mean that's static, man.
Okay. En dan jy kan sê dieselfde soos hy Lazarus line van Ray. Wat hy gesê het van McLaren en Benz, like a McLaren driver parking your Benz. Hy sê hy, maar vir my is it doesn't correlate, because a McLaren and a Benz is vir altyd Mercs. Sien jy, so that it doesn't correlate. Ek overdink 'n klompie goedes. So ek sê dit. En dan sê hy ene wat hy sê van sy het gesoek vir dis, sy sputer het, hy's new die kid. Dis 'n minion, I hope he grew a bit. Nou vir my is hy speel met die woorde daarso. Maar also hy sê dat Ray kom nou eers in, sien in battle rap, en hy moet nog 'n bietjie groei om vir hom aan te vat. Hy soort vir so my. En dan weer een moments, man. Hy het moments in die battle rap. Hy het 'n klompie moments wat hy string dit by mekaar nie, soos hy die moment van die uterus, die wasted krag, wat basic stuff, daai moes joune. Dan gaan ek in so by vir my die battle, ne? Het moes 'n 3 rounde gewees het. Dit moes 'n 3 rounde gewees het. Waar hulle altyd like back and forth, because hulle altyd is lekker dope, man. Sien jy? En mens wil meer hoor van hulle. But hoe kom ek nou by die 3 rounds? Die battle, dit lyk vir my amper wat geforce is, in 'n sens van Ray is flawless met sy delivery, met alles. En Skeptick aan die ander hand, dit lyk my, hy sê, like gereed, maar toe het ek mos nog 'n dikke bietjie op die ding. En toe kom het, dat Predator het vir Skeptick toe is gedak. Dis hoe die battle mos nou, nie, hy is hoe ek die woorde kry, is hy ekkie, is maar allegedly, dat ek maar sê, gedak mos nou. En toe was, RAYSWAGG se opponent was ook nie daar nie, dat ek Bonfire. Okay. En Ray was ook net verrassing soek 'n bietjie later. En hy ne? Was dit hy of was dit hy nie?
Nee, dit was nie hy battle.
Was dit hy nie? Okay.
Hy het die eerste wat was dit? Bard. Hy het verrassing by Bard battle.
Okay. Okay, but anyway, ne? Wat se ding se naam? Bonfire moes ek op pitchie. So die battle was geset op 2 weeks notice. Dan wil ek sê, first of all, congrats vir al twee om dit te doen in 2 weke. 2 weke is klas om te doen. En dis hoekom kan ek verstaan, in Skeptick se viewpoint af, dat hy was, dis hoekom sê ek moet 3 rondes wees.
Ja.
Want hy was, dis van som van ons maak hier langer tyd om te prepare, en som van ons se muscle memory is so gevaarlik, soos Ray se muscle memory is gevaarlik. Die man is ook al in die huis. Happy birthday boy. Hoorie man.
Happy birthday bro.
Ja. Okay, so maar in my opinion was dat net Ray was mos nou gereed gewees vir die en nog 'n ding wat ek gehou van dit was die crowd het geslaap op die manne man. Die crowd het geslaap op die manne. Ek hou nie van is klasgoedes wat hulle sê, is setups wat hulle schemes wat hulle in is klas en is die play op die woorde is klas wat die crowd is net anyway, hy's 'n storie vir 'n ander dag.
Het was 'n baie kleiner crowd as wat hulle normally by hulle events het en ek dink dat die reactions is van 'n soort dat dit so klein so min mense dat dit nog altyd like dit klink nie asof dit baie mense is, you know what I mean. But soos hy sê, hulle het klomp goedes gesê en klomp van crowd is ook, you know, they're not hip to it or they're not ja, hulle kan nie hulle vang nie die baas nie.
Ja, en jy het ook mense ry doubles gedoen, double entendres. Het hy gedoen met 'n paar vullis, maar die vullis het ingepas met sy schemes en goedes. Of sy punches. Sorry Raymond. En dan het Skeptick het moments gehad, hy het like class moments gehad, maar vir my daar was te veel random lines in hy moments en hy het dit nie gestrukse in 'n way van punt A tot punt Z. Dit was A, B, dan gaan ons hier by H en dan kom hy weer terug, so het was steeds die mekaar gewees. Maar die ding is nie dat dit 'n swak ding is nie. En obviously het hy humor in sy writing style. Ek weet nie of dit sy writing style is of dit sy die way wat hy dit uitspreek nie. Sien jy? Sy enunciation soos Fayah sal sê.
Ja.
Ek weet nie wat hy is, wat hy te klop of hoe vir my maak dit as hy kan oppolis, daai humor van hom oppolis en meer punches gebruik, like en punches in the sense van nie punches hy van hoe kan ek sê wasted krag, basic stuff en daai goed is nie daai moments ek praat van hy uterus punches, daai goed is waar die mense doodmaak en sê as hy humor gebruik met daai sal dit klas wees. Dan is dit die okay, dan is dit en dan het sy iets gesê, né? Sy het iets gesê van hom. Sy het iets gesê van hom, daar wat hy die battle rap in Cape Town, daar wat hy 'n shot gevat het, né? Like sy hy wat ek gesê is random goed is of hy line is. Sy sê die battle rap in Cape Town het hy nodig of hy is hoe ons dit nou sien. Beteken daai, né? Dat is difficult om 'n crowd te please as jy te intricate gaan met jou writing styles en goedes.
Gaat Fayah eers hoor.
Want die topic is word gediscuss.
Fayah, you gonna know? What?
Hy's op mute. As hy maar uit.
Ek sal maar ja, die ding is nou, ek dink dat battle rap in die Kaap is nog baie klein. Is baie klein. Tot op die level waar het kan wees met al die talent wat hier buitekant is. Nou die ding is mense moet begin hulle moet begin vir hulle humble en as jy nou if somebody throw shots your way, it could be a way for you to be like, okay, I can also now get into a battle somewhere, you know, to try and defend my rep and ja, I mean, mense moet net wegkom van hy gedagte wat as mense vir jou dis, dan moet jy sommer gaan beklei en whatever, you know. So yeah, I think that for a crowd, it's if you write too intricate, right? Then what happens is you are going into a field of knowledge that less people are familiar with, right? That is why your mama jokes can always be funny because everybody knows it, man. But once you go into specialized knowledge, then it becomes the amount of people that actually know about it becomes less and less. You know, quantum in the world of battle rap, right? There are certain topics and stuff that lots of people know about. Like battle rappers are quite some of the most knowledgeable people out there because like it depends their writing abilities and their intricacies depends on their grasp of language and knowledge. So ek dink dat as jy te intricate gaan skryf, dan gaan dit vir jou self ook 'n bietjie voel dat okay, miskien gaan dit nie slat nie man. And as I doubt you the battle rapper, right? Then you kind of get a idea, okay, it might not hit, right? Should I go this way towards more crowd friendly material, or should I stay on the intricate side? And then that's where your choice as a battle rapper also comes in, man. You know, if people don't catch your stuff, then you should also be, you know, aware of it could happen, and
You
it
must
shouldn't
work on
be a
that also.
reflection. Yeah, it shouldn't be a reflection of your style being bad or not. It should just be a reflection of like there's something that you can work on. I mean, you can write some very intricate stuff, and there could be somebody that catches it, man, catches it all the way, you know. And then that's just where you are at with that stuff. But if you want room shakers, then obviously you're gonna have to write about something that everybody knows about, because that's what you're shaking the room. I mean, everybody in the room is reacting to it. And I think that if you take an intricate piece of content or like piece of knowledge, and then you break it down, you can make anything impactful. You can make any like intricate piece of knowledge a room shaker if you take the time to actually dissect the like the layers, you know.
Okay. Shot man, shot. Fayah, do you have anything to say about battle rap in Cape Town and intricacy of lines and vange mense en hy goedes? En
Yes,
of
I
is
have a
it
lot to say. I have a lot to say,
of
but looking at the time now,
is
so
like
basically, I'm first gonna address something that you mentioned in your breakdown. When you mention come back from this like a rat, you won't come back from this like Lazarus.
yes?
That line actually hits because he's saying Lazarus came back, because if you go into the Lazarus pit, it basically brings you back to life. So his opponent won't come back from this, even if he goes into the pit like Lazarus. So
Yeah,
that's why that line was.
but the thing is, you can't say like Lazarus, because if you say like Lazarus, it means you're talking about Lazarus, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're using the association between the two to give the imagery that your opponent, even if the opponent should die and go into the pit, they still won't come
Yes,
back.
but Lazarus came back, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why he's saying his opponent won't come back. That's how
No,
that's how
but you
effective his
can't
round
you
would be.
can't you can't say like Lazarus if he came back and then you say he's gonna be dead, because Lazarus is not it came back from the dead.
No,
So
you must. If you pay attention to what I said
yes,
his verse is so impactful that even if Static Tours try to come back like Lazarus, he won't come
okay,
back.
but
So even
Yeah,
if
okay,
you
that's
okay,
watch,
what
okay,
he
okay,
actually
okay,
means, yeah.
okay, okay.
understand, you know.
Ja, ek verstaan.
But there was quite a deeper meaning, and I also wanted to link that to the question you asked about intricate writers. Think about it like this: if maths lit students goes into a pure maths class and looks at the board and tries to solve a problem, it would take them longer to solve that problem, and it would take a pure maths student who goes into a maths lit class also longer to solve the problem, because they have certain tool sets that they use for their specific subject, if you
Mm.
understand what I'm saying. So if you can dumb things down and still have a complex way of writing something that the audience can catch, that makes you a dangerous writer, because you
Is
can still
But
maintain your level of stuff, but you're making your information more easier to dissect.
yeah, but I also think like the thing is, nah, I like you said now, nah, I just want to rephrase something, man. Because you said dumbing it down, right?
Mhm.
I think that what is actually happening is you just not fixing it up, you just adjusting the lyrics to your audience, right?
Mhm.
You're adjusting it to your audience, because now the thing is now our audience feels that they are supposed to be entertained, right, at the event, and battle rappers feel that you have to have a certain level of intricacy in your bars if you want to be, respected as a battle rapper, if you want to be seen as somebody that won or seen as somebody that came ahead in the battle. But then if you look at now, how can I say, Static's writing versus Ray's writing in this, right? Ray went more battle rap side, where he's catering more for the battle rappers, with a lot of his stuff being intricate. You can't catch it perhaps, but like you in the overall scheme of things, it becomes impactful. But with Static, he is more crowd adjusted, where he speaks about stuff that like more people will know, like the engage, like Aggie and Vince. That was one of the stuff that we didn't actually speak about, but I mean it wasn't so big, in the scheme of things, but it's something that is linking to the entire crowd, so I think that there's this decision that the battle rapper has to make when he's crafting his verses, and then he decides ultimately what the intricacy level of his verse is, if it's more towards battle rappers or if it's more towards the crowd. So and you hear it in their reactions, like the crowd knows what they like, and yeah.
Yes, ja, ons. Kyk jy, kan ons gou Dylan net stop hier so, né? And then and then, but don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You will hold Dylan stop because we now almost approaching an hour and you'll have means it complaint. You know, when we talk, we can talk for hours and stuff like this.
Yeah,
but anyway, Owens, like, share and subscribe to the channel. The base, say over the mense, waar kan hulle vir jou kry, man?
Yo, TheBassICX, you can get me on Instagram at TheBassICX, all small letters. You can get me also on TikTok at TheBassICX, all small letters. Yeah.
Okay, dat is die. Right, Owens, is nou amper tyd om te klaar te maak. Sien vir julle, peace.
Sy is te lig vir my. Jy het daar gesien hoe bring hulle afgetrede legends terug vir my.
Wie God, ek is 'n destroyer, man. I obliterate my opponents. I destroy them, I wipe them out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?